Hey everyone, welcome back for another segment of the MCR. Mac and me, my name's TJ, back at you. And in this segment, uh, just like to share our thoughts and comments and developments as to that unfortunate incident in New York City on the subway, where a Marine, and I know a Marine will take issue whenever you say ex-Marine, because once a Marine, always a Marine. Okay.
Former.
Former Marine, prior service Marine. Okay. He's on the subway, and he basically intercedes on behalf of the passengers because we have a irrational black man accosting passengers, and this Marine intercedes, and the guy ends up dying. And it's been determined to be a homicide. And when you hear the word homicide, you go into like a knee-jerk reaction. But you know, there is the term justifiable homicide also.
Well, all homicide means is that someone died of unnatural causes.
Yeah. So I truly hope this is ruled a justifiable homicide. But uh, you know, the Marine was white. The irrational black man, basically it's being portrayed. Here we go again, a white person killing a black person, and and as if by the numbers, here we go again. Your thoughts so far, Mac?
Well, I find the whole situation disgusting. I don't know why race has to even be brought into this. You got a guy, and I don't know what his issues were. Clearly, he wasn't in his right state of mind, or maybe he was. I don't know, but I can't imagine that someone does the things he was doing if they are in their right state of mind to strangers he doesn't
Well,
know.
he did have a rap sheet, and I was going to review that here in a few minutes. But
Okay.
but this guy had a rap sheet. No,
Okay, so he's got a
I'm even
history.
surprised.
He's got a history. We could thank the ACLU for lack of mental institutions in this country, and we'll do an episode on that. I mean, it wasn't that we just shut down the thing. The ACLU had a large part in closing mental health facilities. But that said, so the guy probably shouldn't have been on the street. This was something waiting to happen. Now I don't know the particulars of. Do you know, is an autopsy report out? I mean, how did he die?
Chokehold. Well, they're calling it a chokehold, and this is as to how you want to define the chokehold. Because I guess there's another technical term, MMA term, where if you block off the carotid artery, that's how you put someone into a submission hold. So the big debate is, was it an actual, we'll say like a chokehold on the windpipe, or the submission type hold that wasn't executed correctly. But that's basically how the guy died. Somehow he was choked, and and now the big question is this Marine guy gonna be charged for basically defending the helpless? And that's what really irritates me.
Well, you can claim self-defense of others as well, as you know. Not news to you, but I don't know. You know what? I think we want to live in a society where we just let these people do whatever they want. And hey, if he kills a few people, so what?
Well, the reason why I say by the numbers, here we go, is Ariana Presley. She comes out saying he was lynched.
Shit.
And the guy who died, his name was Neely Jordan. Okay, and Jordan deserved better, is what Ariana Presley said. Then you had I'm going to call them the BLM crowd. Okay, the BLM crowd came out, and they were protesting at a subway, down in the subway, jumping down by the tracks. Yeah.
Let's
Uh, you talk about lefty lunacy, you know. Uh, so I don't know. A couple minutes ago, I made reference to the guy's rap sheet. So I'd like to just go down this. I don't have all the offenses, but this guy appears to have years and years of history with the police. In 2015, uh, he was convicted of attempting to kidnap a 7-year-old girl. Okay, uh, and it seems like he kind of got over on that. In November of 2021, uh, he got arrested for hitting a 67-year-old stranger in the face as she exited a subway station in the East Village, cops report. June of 2019, he was arrested for punching a 64-year-old man in the face during a fight in Greenwich Village. The trend I see here, and this goes back to what was being reported at the time of his death, was he's on the subway complaining how he's got no food, he's got nothing, and if you know what, and if you don't give me some food or money, I'm going to hit you. Well, guess what? He's been hitting people. So you talk about.
what would happen if he hit TJ?
I'd have to hit him back. And
that's what happens when you hit Mac. Mac punches you in the face right back.
Oh yeah. Well, what did you say? When you're provoked.
That's right. I'm like Bugs Bunny. There's nothing happens bad until I'm provoked. Yeah. Then you get what I got, what I want to give you.
But you got this guy harassing, and they want to. And I really feel for this Marine. It's not like he got on the subway looking to kill anybody, and you know what and who wants to see people? Who wants to just stand by and watch people get bullied and then do nothing about it?
I would tell anyone, and I witnessed an event, and we've talked about it in Las Vegas, where a security guy had to take a guy down, and he had him in a chokehold, and I started to become concerned that this could go south in a hurry. And it's another story for another day, but a guy intervened, and I thought to myself, are you the one that's going to be going to jail here?
Just how many times have we heard about perpetrators, criminal act, okay? Mm-hmm. And in the scuffle, they die. They die because they're in such poor health to begin with that they physically are unable to even survive the strain of the melee, the fight itself.
You've watched professional boxing before, right?
Oh yeah.
Now, most of these guys, wow, they're in very, very good condition. Would you agree? Yeah. Now you watch, and the same thing with a hockey player. If you watch 3 minutes of boxing, these guys who are in very, very good shape are sweating like pigs.
Yeah.
So it's not a far stretch to realize why these people die in these fights.
Yeah. I mean, and the guy appears to be homeless, and of course some of the reports there were saying unhoused, because I've read a few different reports, and there's all sorts of offshoot issues here. You can't even defend yourself now, or if someone wants to accost you, you almost have to let them. You can't say he was homeless. You got to say he's unhoused. I mean, it's like the insanity has no limit.
Oh, there's no question about that. It's like evil. It has no limits, and it never takes a break.
And here in Detroit, we don't have subways, but we do have buses. And I've often thought about, I'd sooner like to take my chances walking on the street than ride on the bus. Yeah. As goofy as that sounds, but anyways, it's just, I hope nothing happens to this Marine, prior service Marine.
Well,
Okay.
I'd be surprised. This was in New York, correct?
Yep. Yep.
He's going down.
Yep. You and a lot, and here in the Detroit metropolitan area, the word is there's certain crimes you don't want to commit south of 8 Mile, or well, when I shouldn't say crimes. Well, crimes north of 8 Mile, but if you defend yourself, man, it's like you almost hope you're north of 8 Mile. Just because you're in a different county, you're in a different jurisdiction.
Right.
It's just crazy, crazy. And that's all I got for this one. I just had to do my little rant here.
Well, this is a recurring story. There'll be more to come, I'm sure. We'll try to follow up on what happens to this Marine. But in New York City, I gotta believe he's toast.
Yep. Okay, I guess we'll call this one a wrap.
Yep.
And we'll come back at you in the next one. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.